The Echo is a Cork newspaper. It features on a weekly basis Wedding of the Week. The Irish Examiner runs a similar feature, recently telling the story in words and photographs of the great Kerry footballer Colin Cooper and his marriage to Caitlin ní Bheagla. Giles Fraser is an English Anglican parish priest who for years wrote the Loose Cannon column in the Guardian newspaper. Giles is married to a Jewish lady called Lynn. In 2016, Giles married Lynn in the beautiful port city of Jaffa in Israel. The wedding was celebrated in a large stone house overlooking the sea. The service was conducted in the hallway of the house. The chuppah was unfurled. A chuppah is essentially a canopy under which a couple stands for the duration of their ceremony, traditionally joined by both sets of parents and the officiating rabbi. It represents the new home that the newlyweds will build together. Giles learnt his wedding lines in Hebrew and stuttered them out. Then, in the words of Giles, 7 blessings were pronounced. Of course, the number 7 has a huge importance in the Jewish culture, symbolizing wholeness and integrity. The blessings are recited after a couple shares vows and exchange rings. The blessings thank God for creating joy and happiness, groom and bride, gladness, jubilation, cheer and delight, love, friendship, harmony and fellowship. In Giles' words, we had little lamb and chicken pea dumplings with a lemon tahini dressing, phyllo pastry parcels with spinach and sumac, and wonderful little pitas with roasted cauliflower. The wine came from the Red Boat Vineyard in Giles's new father-in-law's village, Karmi Yosef, up in the foothills of the Jerusalem forest. Giles describes the experience as just perfect. Giles' wedding day is a tapestry of symbols. The chuppah, the water in the sea, the rings, the vineyard and wine, the blessings. That helps me to imagine myself in Cana at the wedding feast featured in today's gospel. Of course, one big difference is that, unlike the present time, a Jewish wedding in the time of Jesus was a 1-week celebration when the host was supposed to provide lodging, food, and drink to the guests. Lack of food or drink during the wedding celebration was a serious offense against Jewish hospitality. In the Orthodox Christian tradition, it is imagined that when the wedding ring is placed on the altar table, that it touches the mystery of the kingdom, the symbol of a new destiny. Infinite love is a finite ring. Human love has eternal connections. Christians understand that when people fall in love, God is moved too. Whatever unlocks the human heart unlocks the heart of God as well. The Catholic tradition understands that God created people for love, inscribed in them the capacity to love. And love is therefore an innate substance of every human heart. The Catholic spiritual writer Henry Neumann offers a fascinating insight. He tells us, when we are crushed like grapes, we cannot think of the wine we will become. US Protestant pastor Brian Zahned, explaining a crisis he was confronting, described his faith as weak as water. Brian wanted vintage wine from old vines. By tasting the vintage wine that flows from the scriptures, Brian rediscovered the Jesus that transforms the situation. Brian began to become a recovering soul, water turning to wine. These diverse voices all perceive the precious moments of love and marriage as places of encountering God. They also understand that for married couples there often is no happy ending. Partners save or destroy each other to the extent that they draw out the true self in each other or not. The individual ego has to die. If you dare to love, be prepared to grieve. The prophet Isaiah wanted the world he lived in to be blessed with integrity, shining out like the dawn, and its salvation flaming like a torch. This is our wish for marriages and families today. One can almost hear Mary interceding in the Cana way and saying to families today, to enjoy good wine, the grapes must struggle, they must suffer. Remember that the taste of good wine is the struggling and suffering mellowed into beauty. Amen.